You're born in Newark, New Jersey, 1972. The world doesn't quite know what to do with you. You're born huge. By age 2, you're towering. By age 10, you're shattering backboards in your dream. By 13, you're 6'6" and wearing shoes the size of boats. But size alone isn't enough. You learn that early. Your biological father, not around. Your stepfather, Sergeant Philip Harrison. Strict, disciplined, but he gives you structure, purpose. He teaches you how to carry your frame with dignity. He teaches you about respect, about silence, about focus. You move constantly. Germany, Texas, New Jersey again. Military life. No roots. So you find one place where everything makes sense. The court. You don't just grow into your body, you weaponize it. Your coordination is unfair. Your agility, shocking. You move like a dancer trapped in a tank. You dunk not just to score, but to punish, to make the rim feel pain. At 17, you dominate at Cole High School. Triple teams can't stop you. You run the floor like a guard in a giant's frame. LASU comes calling, and you say yes, because now it's time to become more than just a big man. You arrive at LSU in 1989, a campus full of students, professors, and athletes, and then there's you, 7'1", 280 pounds of chaos. But you're not just size, you're skill. You study tape. You move with intention. You throw no-look passes. You block shots into orbit. They call you a freak. You call it balance. By your sophomore year, you average 28 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks. You're a human hurricane. You don't just play, you devour. Your dunks come with consequences. Twisted rims, bent structures, crowds chanting your name like you're a gladiator in sneakers. Analysts say you're too raw. You say, raw gets cooked. I'm seasoned. You win Player of the Year. You leave school early, but not before changing how the sec plays basketball. And then, in 1992, the draft #1 pick, Orlando Magic. You walk onto that stage in a gray suit, smiling wide, like a kid who knows exactly what's coming. You shake the commissioner's hand, and behind your grin, there's a promise. I'm about to break the league. You land in Orlando, 1992. Sunshine, Mickey Mouse. And now, you. From the moment you step on the court, it's different. Game 1, you drop 12 points, 18 rebounds, 3 blocks, and more importantly, you rip the rim off the back. The NBA didn't plan for this. They call it entertainment. But for you, it's just the beginning. You average 23 points and 14 boards as a rookie. They give you Rookie of the Year, but even that feels too small for what you've just done. You're not just dunking, you're redefining power. No one wants to stand in the paint with you. They try and end up on the floor in posters or in therapy. You become a phenomenon, TV, music videos, action figures. And oh yeah, you rap now too. Because why not? Shaq Diesel drops in 93. It goes platinum. Because everything you touch turns into noise. You and Penny Hardaway become the NBA's most exciting duo. Finals potential. The future of basketball. But in 1995, you make it to the NBA Finals. And Hakeem Olajuwon teaches you a lesson. A sweep, humbling, but not defeating. The next year, injuries, frustrations, doubt. And behind the scenes, the Lakers are watching. The lights of LA, the legacy of Wilt, Kareem, Magic. They want their next giant. And they offer you something impossible to ignore. $120 million. The biggest contract in sports history. You leave Orlando with tears from fans, with criticism, but also with your head held high, because you're not chasing money. You're chasing immortality. 1996 Los Angeles. You arrive with the confidence of a blockbuster actor and the size of a wrecking ball in sneakers. Shaq is now a Laker. You wear gold and purple. But your game, black and blue, every dunk feels biblical. Every block, a warning. You're a center who plays like a warhead. And then he arrives, an arrogant, fearless 17-year-old from Philly. Kobe Bryant. Skinny, silent, deadly. At first you laugh him off. He's a kid, a teenager in your locker room. But soon, you realize he's coming. The partnership is uneasy. You're the king. He wants the crown. On the court, magic. Off the court, friction. But no matter what happens behind the scenes, when the ball is tipped, you become a two-headed monster. From 96 to 2000, you grow stronger, smarter, hungrier. You trim fat. You add post moves. You study legends. By the time the 2000 playoffs roll around, you're unstoppable. You average 30 and 15. You bulldoze the Blazers. You crush the Kings. You smother the Pacers. Finals MVP, champion. And not just any champion. A dominant, no prisoners. Get off me champion. LA rejoices. Showtime is back. But it's not finesse. It's force. It's Shaq. Then comes 2001. Another title. You're more efficient, more cruel. In the finals, you dismantle the 76ers and Allen Iverson. Another finals MVP, another banner. Then 2002, Three-peat, Dynasty. You and Kobe stand on top of the world. The best duo on earth, the most feared. But success breeds ego. The tension grows. Kobe wants the spotlight. You want the respect. You clash, verbally, physically, spiritually. The media fans the flames. The locker room splits. You still dominate. Still smile. But inside, the storm is coming. 2003, the Lakers don't win. The dynasty creaks. The press blames injuries. But inside the walls of Staples Center, it's war. You and Kobe are barely speaking. Phil Jackson, the Zen master himself, is exhausted. The locker room, tense. You come back in 24 for one last run. LA adds Gary Payton, Karl Malone. It's a super team. But it doesn't work. In the finals, the Pistons play like wolves. They humble you, expose the cracks. And when it ends, the Lakers choose Kobe. You're traded to Miami. Most men would crumble. Not you. You land in South Beach with a grin. D-Wade is young, hungry. You see your old self in him. You mentor him. You dominate the paint like it's 99 again. 2006 finals. You and Wade face the Mavericks. They win 2 straight. The world writes you off. But you rally. You protect Wade like a big brother. He scores. You smash. He flies. You clean up. You win the series in 6. And when reporters ask you, does this one feel better than the LA ones? You just smirk and say, 1 for the Diesel, 3 for the Lakers. Revenge served loud. After Miami, you bounce around. Phoenix, Cleveland, Boston. You're no longer the centerpiece. You're the mentor, the entertainer, the wise giant. But you still have flashes. You still throw down dunks that shake the earth. And every arena still chants your name. Because no one forgets Shaq. You retire in 2011. One of the last true centers. One of the first true icons. But you don't fade into silence. No. You go louder. TV, you join inside the NBA. You laugh, argue, roast Barkley. You become a meme machine. Business, you invest. Krispy Kreme. Papa John's, Google, Shaq Inc. becomes a powerhouse. You own gyms. You own restaurants. You own presence. You're not just successful. You're everywhere. You DJ Shaq Diesel is back. On festival stages now. You act. Steal, Kazam. You laugh at your own flops. You prank. You challenge people to dance-offs in Walmarts. You give. Paying for strangers' engagement rings, donating to schools, building homes for families. Because while your body is made of muscle, your heart is made of marshmallow. And still, you're respected, revered, feared. Because people know, behind the jokes, behind the suits and the smiles, you were once the man who broke the NBA. Literally, you made backboards beg for mercy. You made defenders quit basketball. You made gravity look like a toy. But more than that, you made joy part of the game. You didn't just play. You entertained. You laughed. You dominated. So was it all worth it? The sweat, the fights, the doubts, the criticism, the rivalry with Kobe, the pain, The pressure. You think about your stepfather, the sergeant, your mother, the rock, the broken backboards, the platinum albums, the 4 rings. You smile and whisper, "Tell Shaq sent you." A hurricane in sneakers, a giant with a joke, a champion with a child's heart. You weren't just big. You were bigger than life.